What's up, guys? Today we're giving our first impressions on a Italian bookshelf that's priced at $10,000.
Around $10,000 Canadian, right?
Yeah.
And these are set up right now. We just did a vlog impression of setting them up for the first time and taking a listen with Tujin and Rebecca over here. Hi, Rebecca.
What's up?
Say hi to everybody. Yeah.
So,
Rebecca was like, can I poke the tweeters on this one? I said no. Of course not.
Yeah, that's not happening.
It's not happening.
I'm gonna do it while you're sleeping.
No.
That's that causes anxiety, right?
That causes anxiety to the person who let this speaker be here in the first place.
So the name of these speakers are the ESSE Quadro L'UNA 177s.
From Italy.
Yeah, it's like a Ferrari version of a speaker.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, they have that Ferrari look to them, really. They have the red.
And a leather wrapping as well.
I love the red look. The red look is just freaking fantastic with that leather. And I don't know what it is with Italians and leather, like Sonos Faber. Like,
yeah,
they have that leather going on. Like, does leather make things more luxurious? Like, comment down below. Let me know.
It made me think. There's so many Italian speakers. There's speakers coming from Italy, and I did not know about it.
Like, is leather better in Italy?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, are they known for the Italian
Yeah, they're
leather?
really
actually
known for their leather shoes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
I just don't pay attention.
Yeah, I am a leather guy, but I just buy whatever the hell is around.
I'm vegan.
You're not vegan. You're far from vegan. You just had ribs.
No, I did not actually.
Oh, well,
You offered.
I offered.
You offered. Yeah, not today.
But we're going sushi after.
Tofu. Do they make tofu sushi? Okay, anyways, let's stay on topic.
Okay, stay on topic. Okay, so we're talking about the first impression on the speakers.
Yeah.
What did you like or didn't like about the speakers? Your first impression. Now, mind you, this is not a review. This is our first impression. We heard 3 songs each.
Yeah. I mean, I had more time with them just because they were
he
at my
had a
house.
week. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was having anxiety having such expensive speakers in my house.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, when you don't own it, for someone like me who's never had $10,000 speakers.
It's insured. Did you know that?
No.
It's insured.
No.
This is why you check the studio email.
I've been protecting that with my life.
When something this expensive comes in, I definitely ask the person, is it insured? If it's not insured, we don't take it in.
Okay, there we go.
Because I don't want to be freaking responsible when someone dents it. I don't want to be responsible when you freaking dent it. So, yeah. Anyways, let's start with Rebecca. What was your first impression?
I didn't like the fact that it's very song reliant. Like, some songs sound good and some of them don't.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And this is compared to what you heard before in my setups, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I think that's pretty fair. Go. Your turn.
Well, it's like the exact opposite. It makes bad songs sound decent. Okay. And I think partly is because the mid-range on this speaker is really good, in my opinion. And most music is mainly mid-range focused. So when you do the mid-range really good, well, anything sounds good, to be quite honest. And then, being front ported and that tweeter itself, when I had it hooked up, I had it with a really laid back Marantz HD amp one. And that was it's a laid back amp. So the sound that was coming out of it was really nice. But then when I heard it here with the Billy amp and whatever DAC that you had, it wasn't exactly the same. And I didn't feel like the Billy amp was powering it right.
Yeah, the Billy amp was tilted all the way up. It was running out of juice when we played it. Mind it, it wasn't distorting or anything like that, but it was on its full tilt. I think that we have to give more time with the speaker, with proper amplification, for sure. But my first impression was similar to Tujin in the sense that the mid-range was fantastic. It's very, very correct. The tonality is correct. And I say this over and over again, but if the mid-range doesn't sound right, nothing damn sounds right.
Yeah.
And this sounds really right. And when I say right, I mean really true to life. It's really right. The vocals, the instruments, the drums, sound tonality correct.
Yeah.
And that is very important for me. However, I didn't get a sense that this is like a what you call it, a relaxing, like relaxed or what you call it, forgiving.
Yeah,
forgiving in the sense that I find that what Rebecca said was also true in the sense that some recordings, like modern recordings that Rebecca was playing, didn't sound good. It just sounded sharp. And so in that sense, it's very true. And that's Italian's like signature sound kind of thing. Like Sonos Faber, a lot of Italian speakers, they're not forgiving to like modern recording. They don't care about the modern recording, right? They're more traditional, like the Amati tradition, right? Literally, they're so focused on tradition and making good music sound good, right? I bet you well recorded classical vinyls will sound amazing on the speaker. Most Italian speakers do at this price range. But when you play modern music that's been recorded with heavily processed recordings and not properly recorded in the first place, and it's going to sound bad. And that's what I found. Modern recordings, if you're a person who wants to rock out to modern recordings with these speakers, or with any Italian speakers, that's not happening. It's not happening. Whereas if I play something like Electrified or some synthesizers that was, really well made, and all synthesizers were like really hand, played back then. If you are into that kind of thing, then that's gonna sound good. Versus, the artificial sound of today's modern recording.
Yeah.
So it is going to be very song dependent, in my opinion. I don't think it's a forgiving speaker, at least to my first impression. That may change. I don't know. I only heard three songs. This is from hearing 3 songs. So, but I really like the fact that everything was very neutral. Like the first thing I noticed was how neutral, like whatever that means to you, right? It sounded very neutral to me. Like the bass, the mid-range, the high frequency was like aligned to my expectation. It was like, it's nothing is bothering me, in the mid-range, in the bass.
Peaks
there's no peaks. It seems flat, but at the same time, it's not boring.
Yeah.
I like the bass is like dry and quick, really fast. It's a really fast speaker.
Fast, but it's extending.
Yeah. And so I like the subtlety of that. It has lower distortion than any speakers in this studio right now. I could tell right away the background was like pitch black compared to other speakers here, given the price point. I definitely think that it's a different class of speakers, and I would have to really be hard on it and see where it takes with its amplification, the placement, and I would have to do a very, very hard assessment on the speaker.
Because like generally first impression, like when I was listening to music that I like, I was really impressed. But I have to keep in mind that most of the speakers I am listening to are in that sub 3K range, 5K max, and this is a $10,000 speaker. So if it didn't perform at that level, then I would be pretty angry. But no, I'm amazed.
Like Rebecca will tell you, I fiddle around with speakers in here a lot, like the placement, right? I move the speakers all the time, like when grunting, like swearing, like cursing, right?
Every other night.
So the misconception is that people are like, for $10,000, $20,000, $186,000, which is the speakers that we play at the store that I work at, and the speaker that I hear on a daily basis, right? You're like, for that money, you place it in the middle of the freaking damn room, it better sound great, right?
That's not the case.
That's not the case. As the price goes up, guys, it is more finicky. It means that you're more serious into this game. And it means that it needs better tuning, better placement, better components, and proper placement. And all these things, little things matter more than it did before.
Yeah, I think with the design itself being front ported, that makes it like placement just
we didn't play much around with placement. We just placed it literally where I had my ATC speakers that I'm reviewing currently placed before, and in a pretty near field environment, just to assess them at proper volume, and I think it sounds really, really good for the first impression. The only thing that I want to get across in this video, like 100%, is that you need to have you need to get rid of that impression just because it's $10,000, it doesn't mean it better sound good in the middle of the freaking damn room. Hey, it better sound good in the kitchen. It better sound good in the gymnasium. No, it doesn't. You gotta have, the more expensive it is, the more you have to pay attention to the placement and all that stuff.
It's like yeah, sure, I have a $10,000 speaker. It's gonna sound great if I just hook it up with like a $5 amp.
Yeah, that's not the case. It is front ported, like Tujin said, so it is going to be less placement sensitive. I'm going to have to actually play around to see if that's the case, because I've had sealed designs that were very room sensitive compared to other ported designs. So it's really has to do with the speaker. It doesn't really have to do with where the port is. But the general idea is that if it's front ported, that's a really good sign to begin with.
I think the layout's really cool too. It's like they call it the Luna because it has like this crescent shape going on, and then the grills themselves are basically just a crescent moon that just goes on top of the speakers.
You like that?
I do a lot. I think it's really nice.
I think by far, like the speakers that you brought into the studio, these ones just look really nice.
Oh yeah, I just looked at these speakers, and you can probably tell in the vlog, I was just like so excited. I was like, wow, these look really, really good. And the leather, like the red, like do they come in different colors? Do you know?
I don't think so.
Yeah, the red is just fantastic. Oh, and not to mention the paper woofer.
Oh yeah, so I was looking at the woofer too, because when I was hearing it, I was just like, wow, how is it doing this? And I looked at the paper woofer, and I've seen that like that kind of design where they use the paper pulp or whatever.
It's very, very Italian.
Yeah, I've seen it before in like high-end speakers.
It's like it's been done in scans. I'm not sure which driver it is. I haven't done enough research to tell you guys, but it could be their own driver. It could be third party, whatever. But I've seen it ScanSpeak. I've seen in various high end speakers. Sonos Faber kind of looks like that, and their Olympica mid range designs. And it's a paper pulp design, and it's like when you see paper and pulps, that's a good sign. I've rarely had drivers that looked like that and didn't sound good. So when they asked me, do you want to review this one or the other one? What's the other one? 126 or something?
It was basically the smaller version.
The smaller version. I looked at the smaller version. The smaller version in the picture didn't seem like it had that driver. Yeah. So I was like, no, I want to do that one later if possible. I would like to do this one first because I was like, I want to hear this big guy, right? So, but they're pretty large monitors. I mean, these are like, we have the KEF R3s over there, and these are much bigger. These are
heavier.
These are like 2 times bigger.
Yeah.
2? Yeah, 2 times bigger.
Yeah, roughly.
It's like 2 KEF R3s together.
Yeah, and then like the stand is just heavy.
Yeah. The stands are pretty darn solid though. Yeah. Does that come with the speakers for $10,000? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I mean, it's supposed to match.
It looks damn good.
Like at this like category of speaker, it's like I wouldn't even call it a bookshelf. It's just like stand mount. Like it's
a stand mount. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.